Regular season game. Hotshots hoping to tune it up. Hey, keep your shirt on. Hotshots Soccer next on Time Warner. A wet and rainy night in Houston, but a great night for indoor soccer as the Houston Hotshots playing host to the Dallas Sidekicks here at Reliant Arena. Welcome in, everybody. Glenn Davis here on Time Warner as your Houston Hotshots getting set to take on their arch rivals, the Dallas Sidekicks. Now, very important, they come off a bad 8-3 loss in Salt Lake City against the Utah Freeze. They've got to turn things around. Let's take a quick look at the WISL standings. We'll show you how the playoff picture looks. Monterey and Dallas have byes in the first round. They've got to be considered two of the favorites. Utah, great season under Jeff Betts in third place. Houston fourth. Both of them have the home field advantage. Now, St. Louis and Arizona will be their opponents. We don't know who yet. And take a look at Sacramento, last place after winning the title last year. I bring in my partner, former MLS assistant in the Kansas City Wizards organization, Ken Fogarty. Ken, they've got to get their confidence back before this crucial playoff match.
I think so, Glenn, too. I agree. They need to tighten up defensively a little bit and obviously get the offense going too, but they've won game here before the playoffs and hopefully they can establish some momentum.
Maybe the types of guys that can do that, some veterans. One guy who's a veteran who's got to be big in the playoffs and could be the difference, Terry Waldorf.
Well, I think Terry's had a magnificent season. He's a team leader. He's an experienced veteran. He shows great athleticism. I think we've got some highlights here, yes. Marvellous athleticism. And it's the kind of athleticism that inspires confidence in the younger defenders around him, Glenn.
Great shot stopper, great distributor of the ball. And let's not forget, Terry Waldorf was a member of the Hotshots in the CISL during those great championship years of 96 and 97. We saw what he did in the playoffs back then. He's got great intensity, and he can help lead this squad. Now, another guy who played very well defending-wise in Utah was Kylie Couch. And again, another veteran that has to be leaned on.
I think so. I think collectively it was a poor defensive performance in Utah, with the exception of Kylie Couch. Again, he's a rugged, fierce competitor, and I thought he showed great form in Utah, and he was a highlight defensively.
He's got the warrior mentality out of Salem, Oregon, 5'11", 155. A guy who loves to get in the tackle and loves to join in the attack. When we come back, the starting lineups, the opening kickoffs, it's all coming from Reliant Arena right here on Time Warner. Tonight's game brought to you in part by Time Warner Communications, Kroger, where it costs less to get more, and Holiday Inn.
Can a tomato save you money? It can if it's from Kroger. You know, the one on the Kroger Plus card. New, from the store that gives you more, the Kroger Plus card. It saves you money on thousands of items every week. Like our triple inspected meats and seafood, fresh fruits and vegetables. In fact, lots of things Kroger has in store, which means it'll make a big impact on your grocery bill. The Kroger Plus card. It's ripe with savings. Get yours today.
We are back at Reliant Arena in Houston, Texas, as the last regular season game for the Houston Hotshots. Let's take a look at the Dallas Sidekick lineup. In 20 matches lifetime, Houston has only beaten Dallas 3 times. Of course, in goal tonight, replacing their veteran Sagu is a rookie, Trevor Davis, out of Richland Community College. Brad Flanagan, Jose Alvarado, Ted Eck from the Dallas Burn, loaned from Major League Soccer to the Sidekicks. Good addition. And up front, former hotshot Gianpaolo Pedroso and the pacey and speedy Patrick Shamu. For Trevor Dawkins and the Hotshots, the experimentation over in Utah. Trevor Dawkins going back to stability and what got them a 3-game winning streak. Terry Waldorf in goal. Kylie Couch, Ty Beasley in the back, the veteran Beto de Santos, Ihor Datsenko from the Kansas City Wizards of Major League Soccer, and of course, up front, the pacey and tricky Alejandro Moreno. As players continuing to be introduced here at Reliant Arena, and Ken, if you talk about a good rivalry, this is one, although Dallas has dominated over the years, a great rivalry here and a great opportunity to get a good boost into the playoffs.
Absolutely, Glenn. A great statewide rivalry. You know, you have these all around the world, Glenn, with the Inter Milan and AC Milan, Barcelona, Roma, and then our own indoor soccer here, certainly Dallas and Houston. Houston do need to gain some momentum, as we say in this game, as a springboard for the playoffs.
Dallas, the only team that Houston has not beaten this year, so of course for confidence it is vital. Let's listen in now to the national anthem. Yep, living in America, you gotta love it. As we get set for action here, let's take a look quickly at the playoff situation now in the World Indoor Soccer League. As you see, Monterey and Dallas both have byes, but that means somebody's going to have to go through Monterey at home to get to the playoffs. No easy task with the different dimensions at Monterey Tech Arena down in Mexico. Of course, Utah right now would play the Arizona Thunder and Houston would play St. Louis, but that is subject to change based on Arizona and Monterey tonight, and that is in Arizona, so that could change. Let's take a look at the goalkeepers tonight. Trevor Davis, talk about a baptism. You're coming in against Houston at a Richland Community College, 5'11", 205 pounds. And you'd have to think maybe a little bit of jitters there, Ken, getting his first minutes. Yeah,
I would think so, Glenn. Obviously, he's not got much playing time this season, but I'm sure he'll be ready for this game.
Terry Waldorf, on the other hand, we spoke of him in our open. We gave him the drum roll, 5.63 goals against average. You know he wants to have a better game after conceding 8 and really not getting a lot of support in Utah.
Well, he won't be happy with that, that's for sure. I'm sure he'll want to give it a superb individual performance, but really it's got to be framed within the context of the team, but the team's got to do better here now, certainly at this point of the season.
Well, there is a legend. Well, maybe two legends, but certainly from a goal-scoring perspective, one of them is Tattoo behind Trevor Dawkins there. 16th year as a player. Ken, you played against him many times. This is a difficult guy as a player.
Well, Glenn, what are we now? 2000, 99, 90? Yeah, it would have been 2,000 years ago I played against him, Glenn. No, he's always been a marvellous player. I think it was a pleasure to play against him. A very, very difficult forward to mark and a superb and proven goal scorer, Glenn.
Tattoo in his 20th year as a pro. 18 goals, 32 assists on the year, and has been creating a lot for others this season. But fiery competitor and incredibly intense,
I think.
And Trevor Dawkins, on the other hand, 5th year as a coach, has really gotten this team to improve. Now, I think the real challenge, though, Ken, is, you know, how do you reestablish yourselves? You had a 3-game winning streak. You lose Thursday. Tonight, you really got to reestablish yourselves before a 1-game playoff.
I think so. I think you've got to take this one game at a time, Glenn. You've got to say, okay, these are the goals for this game. We're not going to give any goals away or be as tight as possible defensively at the back. That way, you're always in with a chance of winning the game. And if you can stop the other team from scoring, you've got a great chance of winning the game.
Well, there's our referees tonight. Bobby Beresha, Jamil Al-Khattari, and Dick Trish, the 3 World Indoor Soccer League refs assigned to this one at Reliant Arena. Houston has some questions. The midfield is an issue. They've got to regain their confidence, looking for a collective effort tonight, and it is game on from Reliant Arena. Houston in the black and red, and Dallas in the white. There's Ty Beasley, had a goal on Thursday night. Take a look there, Tedek marking Alejandro Moreno, and Dallas will get the free kick. Of course, tonight, Dallas is without the dangerous David Doyle. And Nick Stavro as well, two guys who have been a thorn in Houston's side. Terry Woodbury there, the veteran. Beto now. Trying to get around Alvarado. Off the boards, good ball there from Beto. And Dos Santos providing some leadership early.
A bright start, I think, by the Hotshots. Good possession, good penetration.
Tedek now on the right shot. Off the glass, right to Terry Waldorf. And you talk about a start, it really is important in the indoor game.
Well, I think the Hotshots have set the tone here. They've shown good possession and good penetration on the right with Beto, so it's a bright start, Glenn.
And possession was a problem against Utah. Ray Gear now battling there, and Juan Sastoki, number 21, formerly on the books at the Dallas Burn, also showing up in a Sidekick uniform. So Sidekicks giving some people playing time as well tonight.
It's good, it's good.
And we'll see what Houston does on the set piece. Dummy, Rizzi shot, and it hit a Dallas defender right in the head as Marco Rizzi connecting there.
It was a well-worked set piece. Good movement off the ball. And one defender moved forward and released the defender at the back here. A good shot and goal.
It was the Argentine Fabio who that ball hit. Datsenko now towards the back post. And the volley there from Remington.
Two good corners here by the Hotshots. Well-worked moves.
Rizzi now. Here is Ray Gear. Fabio with the tight skills, but Houston pressing here. Marco Rizzi now. And a couple players go down.
Houston free kick.
And I believe Houston again will get another free kick as Brad Flanagan called for the foul.
These are good opportunities for the Hotshots, Glenn, because they look quite smart. They're quite creative on these set pieces.
Yeah, a little dummy on the first one, and then trying to find an unmarked player at the back post on the second. So let's see what the Hotshots have up their sleeve now. Otto at the red line. Ray Gear near Stewart, and Marco Rizzi to the right of Davis. Remington shot deflected away. Juan Sastoki. And here's Gianpaolo Pedroso, the former Hotshot. Had a hat trick against them in their last meeting. That is a much different Hotshot team than the last time Dallas saw them, without a doubt. A lot more mature, I would think, Ted.
I think so. It's like I think they've come out ready to play for this game. They've really, from the opening whistle and competing and the pressing, and they look quite good in the early moments of the game.
Eric McClellan to Pedroso now. Tedek has gone deep into the Hotshot third, marked by Rizzi. Pedroso in the mix as Patrick Chameau in there. Eric Day down to McClellan. A lot of veterans on this Dallas roster.
And with experience.
Pedroso. Eric McClellan now joining in. And that one broken up by Matthew Stewart. But Dallas still in possession, and they've got a number of guys good on the ball. Dade shot deflected there by Stewart. Marco Rizzi now. Pressed by Tedek. And Waldorf, that one goes out of bounds, and Dallas will get the restart.
A good spell of pressure there by Dallas. Good ball movement, people moving off the ball, moving the ball around. But good shot blocking too by the Hotshots.
Without a doubt, you got to get back and defend at times in matches against Dallas, and that's when you've got to, as a unit, you talked about collectiveness, and it's got to be regained tonight.
Absolutely, I think you have to attack together and defend together and work as a whole unit.
Against Utah, Houston really frustrated by their pressing play at altitude and got stretched out and really had a hard time establishing any possession.
Yeah, you're trying to put a complete game together there, and sometimes it works, and sometimes the defense does better, the offense does better, but defensively we're a little bit weak in Utah.
Alejandro Moreno now. Kylie Couch, he's stripped by Fabio. Fabio, a number of years in the Argentine First Division. So a guy with a heck of a pedigree. Still need to find the story on how they found him and got him to Dallas.
Well, he's good ball skills. He looked good in the opening few moments.
And Fabio getting the foot up high on Ty Beasley. Beasley down. And remaining down, Beasley had one of the 3 hotshot goals in Utah on Thursday. And again, Ken, you know, this is a good example of the intensity of the indoor game. But let's talk about Ty Beasley real quick. A local product, how important is that to a Houston professional franchise?
I think it's great to sell the game in the local community, Glenn. It gives hope to local players in the area.
And right there, rightly so, the referee allowing that to develop to see if Houston would get an advantage. They don't, but they do get the free kick.
Again, a dangerous opportunity with the Hotshots, but they've been quite creative on these set pieces. It's been pleasing to watch.
Beasley on the right of Couch, just outside your screen. Sastoki and Fabio in the wall. Beasley steps over at Couch. Moreno, he's got some time and space, and that one off the boards and partially off Trevor Davis, the goalkeeper.
That was a great opportunity there and a good save by the keeper.
Boy, the skill of Fabio to get out of a tight area around the boards and switch now on the right side here. Alvarado. Shot, Waldorf standing by. Barry Waldorf. Nothing but him that ball could hit on the shot from Alvarado.
Shows you the nature of this play. With 2 great saves in the space of 10 seconds, end to end. What a great game.
Regier now, Beto to his right, Dotsenko to his right, loses it. And watch out on the counter, Chamou. Chamou to Eck. And Eck with nothing but an empty net to stare at, makes a bundle mess of that one.
Well, Ted Eck's a wonderfully experienced player, both outdoor and indoor. But to see on the replay, I'd be disappointed with this. It's a great ball from Chamou. Beats his defender well, draws the keeper, and then slips the ball. And Ted, a little bit off balance, gets under the ball. That's a shame.
Ted Eck, if you are a Major League Soccer follower, had a number of injuries down the stretch for Dallas, and they were eliminated by the New York, New Jersey Metro Stars, but basically came to Dallas in the inaugural year as a forward, and then really revived his career as a defensive midfielder in the outdoor game. Yeah, he's a long-time veteran indoors.
He's a terrific work rate, and it's one of the things both indoor and outdoor, Glenn. He really gives you 100%, a very reliable player.
Mike Remington coming to the bench and obviously in some heavy pain.
Yeah, on the replay, he went up to head the ball and he got hit in the shoulder, I think, Glenn, on the replay. I don't think that was the actual incident. I think it was prior to that.
Yeah, he came up clutching his shoulder. Very strange. One off the boards, Waldorf. Positionally sound there to gather it off the boards. And again, the other element is how goalkeepers deal with the boards in the indoor game, and Waldorf has mastered it.
Great judgment of angles, Glenn.
Fabio. I mean, what a feathery touch he has, but he gets doubled up there by Couch and Regier. Chamou, the quick one to Eric McClellan. Fabio now against Kylie Couch. But a completely different looking Houston team than we saw up in Utah.
I think they're far more competitive, Glenn. You've got to be pleased about that. Trevor certainly has.
Yeah, and the focus, you didn't see this focus in Utah. And let's make no mistake, Utah, a difficult place to go and play. Opportunity here on the break, though, on the giveaway. Watch out for Chamou. What a tackle from Beasley. And I'm not sure about that one.
I think that's a harsh decision, but I think the defender's made a great tackle there. He's been penalised too, but it's a great tackle for me. He's blocked the ball completely, but we'll see in the replay. Perhaps a little bit harsh. Closes it down. Chamou takes the ball away. Well, he's made the ball first. I think that's a good tackle. I think that's a harsh decision, Glenn.
Yeah, Houston victimized there. I agree with you, Ken. It looked like the timing of the tackle from Beasley perfect. Now Houston conceded 2 power play goals up in Utah on the first 2 attempts. So the #1 power play in the league And take a look who comes out is Tattoo now.
Yeah. Well, they're going to have to show good shape and discipline here, Glenn.
Tattoo deflected there, Couch blocking that one. Otto, he's got Matthew Stewart, and the weight of that one too hard, all the way back to Trevor Davis.
Of course, the Hotshots in this situation must be looking for a counter-attack, a quick break, and go near the ring, Glenn.
And that, in fact, why Otto Leon on this power play or this penalty-killing unit, because there is the chance to break out and get the shorthanded goal. Tattoo now. Of course, the Dallas power play unit without the great David Doyle. Stewart, Otto. Couch, stripped by Tattoo. And looking maybe to go to Dade. No, switches it, but a bad ball there picked off by Stewart.
Good defensive shape by the Hotshots here on this power play game. And a possible breakaway.
Now, let's not forget, Dallas only once this year did they lose 2 matches in a row. And they are coming off a loss to Monterey at home by a goal. So pretty rare this team loses 2 in a row. Eric Dade, left-footed shot. Waldorf positionally sound. Good little touch here. Stewart gonna get in behind Woodbury. And like a thief in the night, Terry Woodbury stripping Matthew Stewart.
I don't think the crowd liked it, but it was a good tackle, Glenn. Good defensive killing here by the Hotshots. They've kept the shape well, they've countered well, they've done a good job up to now.
Yeah, less than 13 seconds left on the Dallas power play here in the first quarter. 7-11 left in the quarter is Terry Woodbury now carrying it forward for Dallas. Pedroso deflected by Beto. So a meeting of Brazilians along the glass.
Great defensive job. I think that just typifies the spirit of the team, the way they've come out tonight. They're strong, they're pressing, they're disciplined, they're doing a good job.
Well, Kylie Couch and company 3 seconds away from killing the Dallas power play. Our score 0-0 here at Reliant Arena. Don't go away, we're coming back with more. We're bringing it all to you here on Time Warner.
Cliff. Who's the keeper for Dallas again? Davis, I've got that.
Trevor Davis. Welcome back to Reliant Arena. Glenn Davis, Ken Fogarty. As Houston, a much better collective effort in this one, coming off the Utah loss, and they are sharp coming out against Dallas. Otto Leon had 2 goals and an assist on Thursday. One of the few hotshot players to have, by their standards, I think a quality game. They are 3 seconds away from killing off the power play. Tattoo. And Beto wins it. And the team's at full strength now as Beasley back on. Pedroso down low. Oh, what a ball to Dade. What a save from Waldorf.
Oh, what a magnificent save. What a great reflex save.
He got a hand on it, and here we go the other way. Otto Leon now. Still Otto. In the mix, Stewart. And it's off the mark and off the glass. Otto off the glass.
What great soccer.
So on the break, the Hotshots. Decent chances. And Terry Waldorf, just, I don't know how he got his right paw on that one, but he picks out the finish by Dade.
Oh, certain goal, stopped a certain goal. What a great save. And then go back to the other end, and great chances too.
Tedek now. Western Illinois. Got a lot of indoor in the NPSL with the Kansas City Attack. Matthew Stewart now marking hit. Eck on the turn, and that one off the mark.
I'll tell you, Glenn, I think a wonderfully exciting game, and exemplified by this save. What a great save this was. Open net, keeper crawls across, blocked, get one hand on it. Oh, great save. Just flings himself reflex and misses the rebound.
Actually, it was his left hand. Initially, I thought it was his right, and boy, the rebound finally cleared. But exciting action here at Reliant in the first quarter. Here's Alvarado now. Beto flighting one in, then quality play there. I'll tell you what, a veteran play from Trevor Davis, just off his chest, reading that beautifully outside his arc.
Yeah, great composure.
Heck, here is Alvarado. What a great pickup a couple years ago, this guy. And a tremendous marker in the back for Dallas. And Moreno going to get called for a foul there for obstructing Ted Eck.
A little bit of a soft free kick. No need to foul or get that close to Eck there. The ball's bouncing off the boards high. Oh yeah, that's a lack of discipline. That's a silly foul, really. He'd be disappointed with that.
So Eck standing over this one. Kyle Owenon, Juan Sastoque, Alvarado for Dallas, and Brad Flanagan. Number of Dallas fans making the trip up here to Houston. And boy, I'll tell the Sidekicks, fortunate to get that guy, Ted Eck. Nice moment to bring a little experience into your squad.
Well, they've got a great blend. They've got a young goalkeeper just playing his first game, but you can match that with the blend they've got of Eck and Pedroso. So a great blend of youth and experience. Quality player, Ted Eck.
And it is tough in goal, picking yourself up off the AstroTurf a number of times every night. Terry Waldorf. Alvarado steps over it, off the glass, and somehow Waldorf in a sea of legs gathering that one in for the Hotshots.
Good positional play again there. They're good angles, good eye on the ball.
Lobs it to Ray Gear, who has broken as a rookie the goal-scoring record in the World Indoor Soccer League. That one caroming off the boards. And Waldorf will come off his line. Datsenko. Ray Gear now. Nice matchup there, Jose Alvarado and Clint Ray Gear. Ted Eck now. Back to Brad Flanagan. And down to Patrick Chameau out of Zaire. And boy, has he sharpened his indoor game up. I remember him in 96 and 97 just as pure, unadulterated speed, and now he has added a lot of sophistication to his game in tight spaces.
I agree. I think he's got better balance, better control of the ball at pace, Glenn. So he's an exciting player. Good tackle.
Dallas has got a number of scorers. Tattoo, Chameau, Doyle, all in the top 10 in scoring in the league. Fabio waits a beautiful ball into the corner to Chameau. Back to Terry Woodbury, the veteran. Another guy with a long resume indoors. What a turn from Woodbury on his left to flex. And it went off couch to Chameau.
Good skill, good one-on-one skill. There beats his defender, gets a good shot off.
Otto, good flick out. Can Ray Gear get there? And Eric Dade dumping Otto, and I believe a blue card. No blue card. I think Dade's first foul.
One in the bench.
Let's see what's going on here. Let's take a look back at this, Ken.
Yeah, it's definitely a push in the back. I think the bench possibly complained about that.
And Eric Dade, going up against the speedy, quick Otto Leon, and that could be a good matchup today. But right now he's matching up with Clint Ray Gear in a battle of two big physical players. Here's Ray Gear now. And Dade kicking him down, his second foul in a row.
Yeah, dangerous position to concede this free kick, Glenn. And the Hotshots have looked good on set pieces, so maybe they can make this count.
And That's the area you want to get Regier the ball, get it at his feet around the arc and run off him.
See, they've got numbers up here, but the players being in the wall, numbers up.
Short one, Beasley bends it just over the top of Davis in goal.
I think he got a hand on that, Glenn. I think that was a good save, to be honest. Good effort.
And Houston again getting a free kick.
He looked very good on these set pieces of Hotshots.
Couch down low, Regier. Quickly doubled up there. Deflected by Couch. And out of bounds.
Officials timeout.
We'll take an officials timeout here at Reliant with 3:01 left in the first quarter as Houston and Dallas still up.
Correction on that last Dallas foul, it charged to number 18, Patrick Shamu.
Welcome back to Reliant Arena. Houston and Dallas deadlocked at 0-0. Glenn Davis and Ken Fogarty. Folks, don't forget the home playoff game is Tuesday, November 28th at 7:05 p.m. For tickets, call 713-HOT-5100. You don't want to miss it. It's a one-game playoff series. The opponent will either be the St. Louis Steamers or Arizona Thunder, dependent upon the Arizona-Monterey result. But you're not going to want to miss that one. One game with it all on the line, Ken. You got to love that.
Sudden death, huh? All or nothing, Glenn.
Yeah, I mean, anything can happen in a one game. So here we come back now. Hotshots. Rizzi, Matthew Stewart, Remington, Otto, and Moreno. Rizzi drives that into the mix, deflected out by McClellan. Remington now to Otto. Otto and McClellan. Nice ball in there to Moreno. Couldn't hold it, though. And what looked like a promising penetrating ball to Moreno was let down by the control. Here's Moreno now. Dade getting up for the header. Pedroso on the bicycle kick almost takes Marco Rizzi's head off.
I've got to agree with Rizzi there. I think that's dangerous play, Glenn, huh?
And nothing called. Otto now against McClellan. Oh, good ball to Otto. Good combination play. Stewart. Right-footed shot from Moreno up into the rafters.
Again, great approach play.
Let's take a look back at Marco Rizzi almost looking for his head here, Ken.
Yeah, I think Rizzi has a justified complaint here. So I think that's dangerous. I think that's high kicking. It's rarely called, Glenn. Sometimes maybe on the edge, but that's dangerous for me.
And Pedroso, the former sidekick. And then right after that, some good combination play around the arc.
Excellent approach play, nice short passing, and it was actually a decent chance, a little bit more control, and I think accuracy should have got that on target then. Good opportunity for the Hotshots.
Dotsenko now on. And down goes Moreno in a clash with McClellan, up again. And Tattoo, you notice, only came on tonight during the power play, so expect him to get rested. Beto to Waldorf now. Good challenge from McClellan. Juan Sastoki.
Good defensive pressure.
Mike Remington on the set piece. Moreno. Remington, Shamu, how quickly he closes him down. But Remington spearing that one away. Here's Moreno to Beto. Oh, Beto getting grabbed there, and a free kick will be called against Patrick Chameau.
I thought the WWF was in the next building and over the road there. Where are we going here with that?
Yeah, we drive in here tonight. We went through that parking lot as the World Wrestling Federation going on next door. And all we did was look at each other and go, man, we may need an escort out of here after this.
I thought the referee was a bit late calling that, but he got it right in the end.
Dotsenko. Right-footed blast, that one off the glass. Rizzi knocks it back to Remington now. 1:29 left in the first quarter. Dotsenko, good run here, splits two, what a ball! And Remington can't get on the end of it as it goes off the boards and glass after a great run from Ihor Dotsenko.
And a great pass that splits the defenders too, huh?
What a luxury to have players that can beat people via the pass and the dribble. Nice shot there from Dotsenko off the left foot as he's getting a lot more involved tonight. And Beasley wisely knocking that back to Waldorf. Beto. Dotsenko, Beto making the run down the line. Dotsenko cutting inside. And behind Regier. Beasley shot deflected in! And it might have come off a Dallas defender.
Well, regardless, Glenn, I think that's a goal for the Hotshots. That's long overdue. I think they've dominated the last 4 or 5 minutes of play and created good chances, and finally they get something for their efforts. Well worked, though.
Well, the camera is on Beto, but we'll take a look at the replay and see. But you certainly put a value on getting shots off in the indoor game.
Yeah, it's one of the few shots you've actually got on target, and look, they reap the benefits of it. Hard to tell from that angle, Glenn.
Yeah.
Regardless, it's in the back of the net, and that's all that matters for the Hotshots. I'd give that Beto, huh?
I think he might have back-heeled that.
You try and take it away from him, Glenn, and see what he says.
Yeah, actually. So until we get an official score on this one, we'll say that Beto redirecting the Ty Beasley shot into the back of the net. And we will find out officially. Nonetheless, the Hotshots have the 1-0 lead. And looking to regain confidence, and one way to do it is score some goals.
I think they deserve that lead, Glenn. I think they started to dominate the later periods of this half. Had several great chances, and finally they're on the board.
22 seconds left.
They've just killed this period now.
Watch out, Beasley needs to get this out. Alvarado, watch out, Tedek now. 13 seconds left. Sostoki, left-footed shot. Waldorf scoops it aside. And it won't come easy to come out on top 1-0 here in the first quarter. And that should do it. The Hotshots get a late goal. And a deserved 1-0 lead here at Reliant.
I agree. Got a lot right there, Glenn.
We believe it's Beto de Santos. Going to break. We'll be back. Your goal scorer, Beto. We're coming back on Time Warner.
Y'all stand by, hold on. No, don't do that. Here we go, stand by. 2, 1, go nuts, go nuts.
And you are looking at the future of soccer in America right there, up close and personal. Man, these guys are ornery.
Geez, if they were much younger, they'd be embryos with cleats, wouldn't they?
Welcome back to Reliant. Glenn Davis and Ken Fogarty as Houston the 1-0 lead. Beto from Beasley is the official scoring. As Dallas starting it out here in the second quarter. Sostoki back to Alvarado now. Pressed by Stewart. Houston going with Leon and Regier. What a combination that has been this year. Matthew Stewart. Remington and Rizzi. Regier now. Trying to headman Otto, but Flanagan stepping in nicely. Heck. To Woodbury. Watch his left foot. And not off the mark by much. Alvarado now. And this to me seems like, Ken, even though Houston has not gotten a result against Dallas this year, this is a very winnable match.
Yeah, they've been fairly equal, I thought, for the first half, but then I thought Houston dominated the later stages and deserved the goal. But the second quarter now, obviously Dallas have come out pressuring and I think looking for an equalising goal.
Flanagan now. Patrick Shamu. Tedek. And a little bit of confusion there. Matthew Stewart. And tried to nudge it to Otto. And Trevor Davis will just knock that over the halfway line. Ray Gear. Tries to get the shot off, deflected. Pedroso. Good touch. Watch out, Fabio. This is a guy with skill here to Shamu now. Patrick Shamu. Fabio finds him in the corner nicely. Right-footed shot off the boards. Pedroso was on the doorstep.
A little escape for the Hotshots there, I think, Glenn.
Little magic by Fabio and Shamu.
They opened up the Hotshots defense there. Dallas were unfortunate not to score. Good foot skills, good individual skills. Dallas have come up pressing this quarter.
Not forget, Dallas has lost Rusty Troy for the season. Moreno! And Trevor Davis comes up big there. Moreno, great chance.
Yeah, it was a great chance and a good save by the keeper. Stood his ground well.
Of course, Ken, you playing in the MISL and a number of different indoor in your days. Do you see the indoor game maybe changing from when you had played, the pace of it, anything, the differences in the game?
I do believe that this is a faster game, definitely a faster game, but I think it's just as exciting, if not more so, in that respect.
And then the debate goes on about the differences in the play between the World Indoor Soccer League and the MPSL, the differences in the style, the pace. McClellan. Eric Dade now, again, Dallas bolstering their roster with Dade and Eck. Watch out, Shamu getting turned. Patrick Shamu to McClellan, and Beto, nice job of tracking back for the Hotshots. Dade shot! And Waldorf has to parry that into the corner.
Oh, so Houston free kick there.
Yeah, Kyle Owen getting in the mix. Maybe Kylie Couch a little more aggressive.
I think Dallas start to establish a little better rhythm in this quarter now, Glenn. They start to put the passes together more and find openings. Looking a little bit dangerous at the moment.
Yeah, a lot of that danger coming from Shamu and Fabio. Otto now. Marked by Eric Dade. Tell you what, I saw Eric Dade off a corner against your good friend Ray Hudson's Miami Fusion, scored an unbelievable goal this year at Lockhart down in Fort Lauderdale, Florida.
I told Ray's got to work in that defensive unit, Glenn, huh?
I don't know if any defensive unit could have done anything off that corner.
Yeah, marvelous.
Ray Hudson doing a great job down there, trying to revamp the Fusion, scouring Europe right now for players. Here is Flanagan. Patrick Shamu. Jerry Woodbury going back. Shamu, 19 goals, 16 assists on the year.
That's a terrific year by anybody's standards there now.
Eck finds Woodbury. Right-footed shot deflected. Woodbury still battling. Otto gets back. And we're seeing it tonight. We're seeing some good defending coming from the Houston forwards tonight, which was absent against Utah.
Got to win as a team, attack and defend both as a team. Both ends of the field, man. Marco
Rizzi now. An NPSL veteran brought in for the late season run by Houston. Otto! Oh, and a foot! A foot was the difference there from Davis.
That was a good half chance there. Otto took it well on the keeper, but just took his toe out.
Trevor Davis in goal. has looked somewhat confident.
Oh, he looked very. He wouldn't have got that if he hadn't clipped his nails. If he clipped his nails last night on that foot, then he wouldn't have saved that. That was a fine save.
And showing tremendous composure, a guy who has not had minutes this year for Dallas. Fabio. Sastoke. Was once considered a bright hope for the Dallas Burn, but never quite came to fruition. Pedroso! It's over the top, and a courageous tackle there from Stewart to break out. Otto on his left, Moreno on his right. And a little hesitation costing Otto Leon there.
And good working back too by Dallas as well. Give them credit for that, Glenn.
De Leon, not a problem there for Davis in goal for the Sidekicks. 3 matches this year. Dallas 3-0. Houston losing 6-3 in Dallas, then 4-3 here. And then the last time they played in September, Dallas pretty dominant in a 9-5 victory at Reunion Arena. So, well, you love the stuff in tight, and Otto Leon is one guy that can show it, Ken.
Yeah, he turns ever so well and gets his shots off so quickly. First time shot turns, good instinct and a good save. That was a good effort.
Ray Gear now marked by equally strong and athletic Eric Dade. Ty Beasley assist on the night. Couch. Beasley. 8:15 left in the second quarter. Matthew Stewart. Datsenko. Good defending here from the Dallas Sidekicks.
Yeah, good shape. A good possession too by Houston.
And patience being exhibited here. This was never established in Salt Lake City on Thursday. And the free kick will come to the Dallas Sidekicks, as number 21, Clint Ray-Gear, as a rookie at a Division III Trinity University, 30 goals on the year, breaking the record in the WISL of 29 by David Doyle.
A terrific achievement in any league. To get 30 goals in one season is fabulous. That's a great achievement by Ray-Gear.
And as a rookie as well, and that equally impressive, because we've seen a lot of rookies and players can, quite honestly, struggle and never adapt to the indoor game.
The downside for Ray-Gear is they'll expect 60 goals next year, which is, tough on the boy.
There's Eric Dade. And a solid season for the Dallas Burn of Major League Soccer this year, as one of their main guys in the back as far as marking and blanketing the opposition.
Glenn, I'll tell you, I think this is a good performance by Houston. I'll tell you why, because I think the Dallas team is a good, strong team. Good individual players, good defenders, good balance, good rhythm, good goalkeeping. Well, apart from the rookie tonight, and he's had an excellent game. So I think to match them up to this point of the game is a good performance, a good solid performance by the Hotshots.
Yeah, like night and day from the Utah Freeze game.
They're competitive, they're working both ends, they've created good chances, they're blocking shots in the defensive zone, creating chances in the attacking zone. A good performance. And this is this Dallas team, they're no slouches, they're a good solid team. So they're doing well, the Hotshots here.
And I think maybe everybody taking collective side, because you have a bad performance like in Utah, you're dying to get back out here and change things.
You've got to come back and show character.
And of course, that loss in Utah coming after the Hotshots strung 3 victories together in a row, which was a season high.
Yeah, they had good momentum going into Utah, so it was a little bit of a disappointing result. It's early days yet, Glenn, but obviously we're only in the second period here, but it's a good performance by the Hotshots. They've done very well up to now.
Dade now to Tedek. Back to Eric Dade. Now both Dade and Eck on loan from Major League Soccer.
Quality players again. Marvelous professionals.
And Couch. Nice idea to get the tackle in there and not allow Shamu to get going. Waldorf. Nice ball to Ray-Gear. Beautiful ball. And watch out. Boy, and how quickly the indoor game can turn.
End to end.
Set piece now coming for the Sidekicks.
A 3-line violation. But I think it's been, up to this point, it's been an exciting game. Good end-to-end stuff, good saves by the keepers, good opportunities created. I'm very impressed by both teams.
Yeah, Trevor Dawkins right there on your screen should be happy. And a game like Thursday, you're just saying, you know, I think we just forget this one and get back to what has really improved our season in the second half of the season.
Sure. Well, they were disappointed with losing that game, especially with that kind of performance, because as you say, Glenn, you put 3 wins together back to back, which was great. So then you can call that a speed bump in your development and your momentum. But again, they have an opportunity to get back on track tonight. They're up against a good, solid team, so they need a good performance, and I think they're producing it.
See Ted Eck there and Trevor Davis having a few words as a nice moment here on an official timeout for coaches to get a few comments in. Speaking of a player coach, we just saw Tattoo.
Oh, what can you say? Marvelous. I mean, I've seen Dallas play several times this season, and he's smart. He comes on and he's still effective as a player, even though he's a coach now. I think he inspires people around him too, Glenn.
And you'd have to say he's got to be as competitive as they come in any sport.
I don't think you can still be playing at his age, with all due respect, and not be competitive.
Woodbury on the set piece. Tries to thread the needle there to Eric Dade, and a good chance maybe to break out. And take a look at Woodbury after the ball getting picked off, sort of breaking up the hot shot counterattack. Approaching the 6-minute mark here in the second quarter. Matthew Stewart to Dotsenko now. A low-scoring indoor affair so far. The Hotshots the 1-0 lead over Dallas. Moreno. He might have had a chance to play out of pressure there to Kylie Couch.
Yeah, he was under some pressure. Could have helped himself. He could have made a better decision.
So Moreno, who has scored some goals as of late, and that is a good thing for Houston if he could get on track. Woodbury now, who seemingly has been out here all night long. Shamu. Woodbury to Alvarado now, out of Mexico City. Patrick Shamu, and that's a good place to put him up against the boards. Flanagan getting behind McPartland, getting his first shift out of St. Louis University. And he also had some minutes against Utah. Ooh, almost catching. Mike Remington was the ball from Waldorf. Shamu. Boy, good choice there by Couch to deny the turn of Patrick Shamu. Fabio now. Alvarado. Pedroso. Back to Alvarado. Here is Patrick Shamu. And Houston doing the little things that they didn't do Thursday night. Covering for each other, staying compact. And really, it looks like a willingness to work for each other tonight.
Much better display, huh?
Pedroso. And Mike Remington is going to get called for that foul.
You know, you could argue he's made contact with the ball first, Clem, but has he gone through the player to get to the ball? Yeah, harsh. Again, contact with the ball first. He made contact after he touched the ball.
Well, Pedroso may be embellishing it a bit too as he went down. It might have looked worse than it really was. But, hey, good forwards do it. Great block there. Matthew Stewart putting himself on the line against Alvarado. A lot of courage in that tackle.
Yeah, it's a good performance by the Hotshots. You've got forwards coming back in double teaming and helping the defenders out. People throwing the bodies in front of the ball. They come to play today, come to win.
And Ken, all the things that you're saying, those little elements, those little details missing from Thursday night's match. We're going to go to break now. From Reliant Arena, the Hotshots, the 1-0 lead over Dallas. We're back here on Time Warner.
Don't forget to join the Hotshots for a post-game party this evening at Two Roads Restaurant and Brewery. Just minutes away from the arena in Rice Village. Call 713-529-BREW for directions.
beat people one-on-one.
Oh, it's pivotal.
Okay. That's, let me tell you, that is a sight to be seen. That is a good-looking kid right there. And that might be a future Houston hotshot. As we come back to Reliant Arena, look at those two guys. Neither of them have hair.
Put some hair in that baby's chin. They look like twins, wouldn't they?
Well, I'll tell you what, great crowd out here tonight as the Sidekicks going over things as well as Houston. And we have talked about the performance and the difference between Thursday night and tonight. But you know what? When you talk about the indoor game, Ken, your team has to be loaded with individuals who are capable in one-on-one situations. How important is that with a guy like Patrick Shamu?
Well, you mentioned Shamu. I think Tattoo epitomizes that in his career, but Shamu and Fabio to a degree, they're great players with the kind of skills, Glenn, that can beat you one against one. So defenders have to be tighter against them, and the defenders have to work together to contain them. And forwards must come back on double teams sometimes, because these are key plays. You can be tight, both teams, but then one against one, they'll split it open, and you're a goal down.
A number of those types of players on display tonight. Of course, Houston's got them in players like Matthew Stewart, Otto Leon. And this man, Trevor Davis, has shown a lot of composure in goal tonight at Richland Community College. Beto runs over it. Rizzi off the glass. And Davis gets a hand on it in goal for Dallas.
Yeah, good positional play. Again, good angles off the board. You know, keepers, both keepers, I think, have done exceptionally well this evening.
Good look at number 8, Kyle Owen of Dallas, getting some minutes tonight. There he is on the ball to Flanagan. Oh, a nice ball there to Sastoke, and Beasley gets called for the foul.
Well worked by Dallas. Good posting up, good ball on the ground into his feet.
You love those penetrating balls into people at the top of the arc.
Yeah, and people fly from the midfield and support them. It's good soccer.
And that's the thing Houston didn't have Thursday. They couldn't hold the ball up front against Utah in that altitude, and that was a killer. So Dallas now going to call a timeout. Tattoo. Terry Woodbury and company heading to the bench. So Woodbury and Dallas, Tattoo heading over. Let's take a commercial break now. As again, the Hotshots, the 1-0 lead over Dallas. You're watching Hotshots Soccer on Time Warner. Don't go away. We're coming back with more.
Pending a recount. All tickets are general admission, priced at just $10 for adults. Children under 15 getting free with a paid adult admission. For information, stop by the season ticket table in the lobby and call the Hotshots offices Monday morning, 713-HOT-5100.
Welcome back to Reliant Arena, and don't forget, November 28th, there is playoff action here. Houston at home in a one-game playoff series that could bump them all the way to the semifinals of the WISL. It will be right here at Reliant Arena. Either Arizona or St. Louis. You won't want to miss that one. Call 713. On the deflection! Woodbury shot deflected by Juan Sastoke.
It's unfortunate, but you could say that's a good indoor goal. Yeah, certainly from the point of Dallas anyway, from their viewpoint.
Juan Sastoke, who has not played that much this year, redirecting the Woodbury blast.
Yeah, he's got a nice touch on it, and there's not much the keeper can do about that.
But you know what? It looks like he physically moved Kylie Couch out of the middle there.
And I think possibly Kylie Couch was possibly the wrong side him a little bit. He should have been maybe a bit more behind him and between goal side on him. So if he did leave it, he could block it. Perhaps.
So Sastoke from Woodbury here in the second quarter with 4:02 left. There's the Dallas bench looking on. 1-1, low-scoring affair, but an entertaining match here at Reliant Arena. Watch out now, Patrick Chamoux, who can handcuff Lightning. And broken up beautifully by Couch. Chamoux still battling. Pedroso! And Dallas has taken a 2-1 lead.
And that's a shame for Kylie Couch. He's won the ball back after his mistake, and then he gave it back again in the box, Glenn, and we're disappointed with that.
Yeah, he does the dirty work to get back and win it. And then look at Chamoux, though. Consider his pressuring play here.
Good pressure again. Oh, it's a shame. Good play by Chamoux, and a good finish.
You know, here's the indoor game in a nutshell. You might be giving Houston the edge here, and all of a sudden you find yourself down a goal.
That's the nature of the game, and in a heartbeat, the score can change immediately.
So Pedroso, the ex-Hotshot, picking up goal number 22 on the year. And with the left foot toe poke, and maybe a savable ball.
Possibly so, but it doesn't matter now, it's gone.
3:34 left. Of course, Pedroso completely unmarked, only about 6 yards away from Waldorf. Marco Rizzi getting back now.
I think the Hotshots need to calm this down a little bit now, not let Dallas get away from them. They need to keep possession here, Glenn, a little bit, slow the pace of the game down.
And they'll get the free kick with 3:18 left, and a number of Dallas fans to our right up here. And they have come to life after the 2 consecutive goals by the Sidekicks. Remington. But it has been a good performance from the Hotshots tonight. Waldorf now over his red line. A bad ball, Woodbury getting there. Dade now. To the feet of Sastoke. He's got one on the night. McClellan making the run on the left now. Off the glass, headed out by Beto. Woodbury. There's that patented Woodbury step over. Dotsenko and Sastoke involved.
That's a good spot by the referee for the defense, because it was well away from the ball, Glenn.
Get right!
Dangerous position again for the Hotshots.
Set it left! Stop!
You can listen into Terry Waldorf through the natural sound.
Stop!
McClellan steps over it. Woodbury off the boards.
Watch your left,
And read nicely by Rizzi. Can Houston break out here? Dotsenko. They do. McFarland. Dotsenko making the run to his left. But Fabio to slow down Shannon McFarland. Dotsenko. Off the glass in the mix. And McPartland couldn't redirect it on target as we approach the 2-minute mark.
It's a good chance again for the Hotshots, and maybe another good save by the keeper. We've got to put these chances away.
Ihor Dotsenko out of Wake Forest. To Beto. McPartland now. And quickly converts on, and he will earn a free kick. Shannon McPartland at 6'4". And again, Ken, another local product from the Spring and Klein area, I believe.
What does that tell you about the nature of Houston soccer? The players are producing, Glenn, it's competitive, there's good quality here. It's so pleasing to see that, local players.
Up in the box, Rizzi shot, deflected. Again, Rizzi gets another chance, kicked out by Davis. As Houston hammering away here, trying to tie things up before halftime. Marco Rizzi. Beto down low. Good man to have the ball down low for Houston. He spots out Dotsenko. Can he get a shot? A left-footed shot just over the top. Great pressure from the Hotshots. Beto the toe poke. The rebound. And both Remington and Rizzi pull out. Sastoke now for Dallas as they dodge a bullet.
That's exciting soccer by the Hotshots, huh?
Alvarado in the corner to Owen. Rizzi flicking it back to Waldorf with tremendous composure there. Actually, Kylie Couch. Oh, nice dummy. Can Stewart get there? He gets hammered. Otto Leon Almost has to leave it there as he can't handle it.
Terrific pressure by the Hotshots.
Alvarado stepping up as things getting a little bit frenetic here. Waldorf. Less than 35 seconds left in this one. We're counting it down. And Tattoo will get the foul. Matthew Stewart the call. Let's take a look back at Ihor Datsenko.
He creates the opening well for himself, Ben, but unfortunately he lacks a little bit of accuracy and composure in his finish.
Datsenko not missing that one by much, as 3 goals on the year. 14.6 seconds, and Tattoo amazingly has gotten himself back on, maybe to calm things down and help this team get out 1 goal up.
I would think so. I think he'd be looking to hold the ball as much as he can.
And here we go, 9.6 seconds. You've said it. Houston's been good off the set piece. Let's see what they can do here.
Well, he needs to finish with a shot on goal. Let's finish this quarter this way. Hopefully with a goal, but at least a shot on goal.
Crouch on the ball at the red line is Remington and Otto, with Ramon Fernandez inside the arc. Stewart down low. Top of the box, Otto, left-footed shot off the glass. And the player coach, Tattoo, will knock that one towards the halfway line, and that should do it. Oh, the Sidekick fans are happy here. But a much improved performance by Houston, and one that they need to be proud of. And momentarily we will have an opportunity to get a little talk in with Terry Waldorf as Trevor Dawkins, Alan Eller and company contemplating their first half of action. When we come back, chance to chat with Terry Waldorf right here on Time Warner. Our halftime score: the Dallas Sidekicks 2, the Houston Hotshots 1. We're back with more here on Time Warner. Utah right now would play the Arizona Thunder. Houston would play St. Louis. But there is still one more match that could alter that possibly, and that is Arizona and Monterey. And if Arizona were to beat Monterey in Arizona, Houston could get them instead of St. Louis, and I think maybe that's the more favorable matchup.
You think that's a better matchup for them?
I think a little bit. I think St. Louis causes Houston a little bit of problems, but November 28th is the night. It's a Tuesday night. It's right here at Reliant Arena. 713-468-5100 for tickets. Folks, you don't want to miss this. I mean, this is a 1-game playoff. Anything can happen. Every pass made that night is going to be vital, Ken, and you know what those type of games are like. It's nail-biting time.
The best games to play and the best games to watch. It's a knife-edge game. Anything, as you say, anything can happen, but they're usually the most exciting games, Glenn.
Yeah, and that's the one where guys like Terry Waldorf are bringing their A game.
Oh. Well, he's done well tonight. He's shown great form here, I think, in this game, and certainly as they build momentum into the postseason games.
The I-45 rivalry getting set to continue here. As Houston ready to get it underway, and they do. They are in the red and black, going right to left. And the Sidekicks going left to right in the white tops. Ted Ecknow. Alvarado to Brad Flanagan. Beto chesting that calmly back to Terry Waldorf. Dallas tonight without David Doyle and Nick Stavro. And Datsenko put through by Moreno, and Alvarado gets a touch in.
That was unfortunate. That was a good chance. With a bit more composure on the ball, but the first touch, Glenn, he can get a shot off quick there.
And Moreno's flick on put Datsenko through, and you would have hoped his idea came a little quicker, as you said. Let's take a look back at it.
Yeah.
Well, we were going to take a look back, but I think we're getting set to go back into action here. But Moreno, the nice flick on to Datsenko. And, you know, I think, Ken, maybe Ihor Datsenko still sort of making the transition from the outdoor game.
Well, I think so. He's not as polished as you would expect him to be, but then again, he has shown good touches, Glenn.
Yes, he had a hat trick last Sunday against Sacramento and finally got into the scoring column.
Can't complain about that. Can't call that unpolished, can you?
No, but I think you're right. I mean, he had a tough time in Utah as just was getting people closing him down from all types of angles. Watch out here, Woodbury, and then the touch from Sastoke.
Now, I think that's got to be a controversial play. You know, I think the defender was clearly fouled, but he let play go on, and the end results a goal. I'm a little bit surprised at that. Waldorf's out complaining to the officials.
Well, the verdict's out. Let's see if Woodbury committing the... Well, it's kind of late there. After that, it was academic.
It's a little bit controversial. I did think the defender was fouled from behind, actually. He was pushed.
Yeah, we'll get a better look here, we think. I don't know. He might have got stuck in the turf, Beasley.
Yeah, I'll take that back. I think that's a good refereeing decision then. I don't think there was a clear push.
Long ball here as Ramon Fernandez gets behind Dave. Boy, a collision there, and Davis comes up with it.
I think it's vital now that the Hotshots get the next goal in this game, Glenn.
Yeah, good point.
They can't allow Dallas to break away from them.
Rizzi finds Beto. Nice ball there, away from pressure. Otto Leon. Beto now making a foray inside the red line. Leon shot. And Otto has not gotten on track tonight. Rizzi. Good job to get his body between McClellan. Let's take a look back at the foul again. Watch Beasley, and let's see if his feet get caught in the turf.
Oh, my apologies to the officials. I don't think there was a foul there after all, Glenn.
Yeah, no, I think Ty Beasley just got stuck in the turf. Watch out, Woodbury now. Kylie Couch in pursuit. Woodbury on his left. Left-footed shot, doesn't miss by much. Empty net. And Sastoke has picked up his second at the initial stages here in the third quarter, and Dallas goes up 4-1.
Well, that's the one thing the Hotshots didn't need. Had to concede 3 goals like that.
Horrors of all horrors.
Yeah, nice cut inside by Woodbury. Hits the shot, hits the post. A little bit of good luck for Dallas, and the ball goes back to him and bang, back of the net.
And Woodbury getting it on that favorable left. Oh, I mean, you talk about a ball falling graciously to you. Terry got a piece of it, hits the post, and right to the feet of Sastoke. He's got the hat trick tonight.
Yeah.
Watch out again, Flanagan now. That one deflected by Couch. Houston's got to get themselves collected here. Grosso's ball dummied by Brewer. Or actually Kyle Owens, still loose.
I think, Glenn, if this game goes end-to-end, it favours Dallas. I think the Hotshots have got to slow it down a little bit and try and pull it a goal back at a time, really.
Couch pressed by Eck. And it's just amazing to look up at that scoreboard. Moreno gets sandwiched.
It's funny, Glenn. In the space of a minute, you break the game wide open.
I mean, we were looking at that scoreboard not a long time ago. It was 1-0 Houston, and now you look up there, 4-1 Dallas. Moreno, marked by Flanagan. Curtis coming over, getting a chance there now. Number 12 for the Sidekicks. On Moreno, lost it. Still loose. Leon was in the mix. Eck, Rizzi, Stewart. Let's take a look at this last opportunity by Moreno and Leon.
A poor touch on the board, lets the ball get away. That's unfortunate. That was a good chance.
And here again, now watch Leon come in and try and measure this, and Pedrosa will get a right foot in there.
That's unfortunate.
And now Otto Leon has been blue carded.
This doesn't help Houston's cause, Glenn. I think they've got to keep composed, keep their shape, maybe slow the game down a little bit, try and build stuff up, and try and pull it back a goal at a time. There's still plenty of time left in the game, but they need to keep the discipline and they need to keep the composure now.
And Leon still hot. Still hot as Otto Leon, and not only do you go down to some early goals, Trevor Dawkins' hot shots, but now you got to kill off the #1 power play in the league with Tattoo.
Well, they did it the first half, so they can do it again.
Hotshots have one of the better penalty-killing units in the league, though. Couch, Matthews, Stewart, Beto, and Beasley. Woodbury going down there with 1:43 left in the penalty. 11:25 left in the third quarter. And I'm not sure about that one. Matthews scored.
Oh, no.
And now another blue card as things unraveling here.
Again, Glenn, you've got to keep your composure, you've got to keep your discipline. They'll just shoot themselves in the foot now.
Yeah, it may have been a bad call, but now you've made it completely worse.
And you've got to accept that.
And against Dallas, this is almost like a gimme.
That's unfortunate for the Hotshots.
So now Dallas in a 5-on-3 situation. Leon and Couch in the sin bin. And Tattoo, Woodbury, Shamu, Dade, and Pedroso. Beto, Stewart, and Beasley. And there you see it. Houston's got to stay really compact the three and just kind of let Dallas maybe get the unfavorable angles to shoot
right.
from.
If they're going to give them a shot, they've got to move the worst shot possible, which is from the angle, obviously.
So that's why you got the captain out there to direct things, Beto de Santos, who had the first hotshot goal tonight.
But I would expect Dallas to be patient on this power play. If two men up, they'll just move the ball around till the right opportunity comes.
Oh, nice pressure here from Stewart. Big play. And he gets fouled by Woodbury. Tremendous play there from number 4, Matthew Stewart.
Yeah, he won the ball well. He kept possession. He's killing the clock. Good play by the boy.
So 1:21 left in Leon's penalty. And then Houston will have to kill another 21 seconds after that of Kylie Couch's penalty.
Let it hit you now. Let it hit you.
They're going to have to kill this penalty, Glenn, and then pull it back one goal at a time.
Stewart, can he turn Woodbury? No. And Woodbury, a blue card there, and boy, I'll tell you what, strange things happening here at Reliant Arena.
Well, unless there was an elbow thrown in that play, I think that's a little bit harsh. Where maybe the referee feels like he should equalise that a little bit, but I'm surprised at that. Didn't see anything particularly violent there, anything, did you?
No, not at all, but this is a good break for Houston. Let's take a look back and see if you can spot anything out, Ken.
Well, I wouldn't say that was that violent. He's put an arm across him to hold him off, but it's not like he flung an elbow. It's a little bit harsh, I think, but that happens in this game. The referee tries to equal it out sometimes.
Yeah, thought it might have been incidental. The use of the arms a part of the indoor game, but you're right. A good break for the Hotshots, though. As Woodbury in the box and called for the blue card. Waldorf's ball. Beto in the mix. Wow, almost brings it down. Right-footed shot there from Stewart. Watch out, Tattoo is wide open. They don't see him. Dallas missed it. And now they get it to him, but a chance for Houston to get back behind the ball. Pedroso. Down low. Shamu, quick shot. Oh, Beasley trying to run it out. Take a little bit more off it. 40 seconds left in Leon's penalty. Less than a minute left in Couch's. Tattoo now. Left-footed shot. Waldorf with the save on Tattoo. Pedroso lining it up. Right-footed shot. What a goal! What a goal from Giampaolo Pedroso. Makes maximum contact on that one.
That's a wonderful drive. The goalkeeper's unsighted. Lone in the side net, a terrific strike. What a great goal. What a great strike.
Pedroso picking up goal number 23 of the year out of SMU. And he just measures that one beautifully. That's a clinical finish.
Good setup, good square ball from Tattoo back in the opposite corner. I think the keeper's unsighted there. Great goal. Great strike.
Tattoo picks up his 33rd assist of the season, and to go along with 18 goals. But Pedroso, having missed 5 games earlier in the year with a dislocated left elbow, has enjoyed playing against his old teammates. He had a hat trick back in September in the 9-5 Dallas victory at Reunion Arena.
I think the games are now becoming a measure of the Hotshots' character and composure and discipline and desire.
5-1 Dallas.
They can still pull this back.
Beto now. And free kick for the Hotshots. 19 seconds remaining on Couch's penalty. Leon is back on as we're playing four-a-side now. Ottawa in the mix. Nice give and go. Good idea there.
Well-worked free kick, but just a good block. Was it by Dane at the end?
And somebody got a foot in there, maybe McClellan.
Yeah, good defensive block because it was a well-worked free kick.
Johnny, scoot up, keep scooting until it makes you move back.
Houston will have 25 seconds with a man advantage in 15 seconds when Couch comes back on. Deflected back to Terry Walder. Boy, you'd love to get a goal or two back here in this quarter and get within striking distance. Beto. Oh, nice running from Leon. Got to finish here. Remington off the mark. And Otto's touch, unfortunately, let him down.
I think that attack just surmises the night for the Hotshots. They've had good chances and not taken them, and they've got to convert, Glenn.
Yeah, carving out a great opening there for Leon after some good circulation of the ball.
Two terrific chances there. They don't even hit the net. Hit the target, never mind the net.
Beto, Regier. Regier's wide open. It doesn't get any easier than that. Regier pulls one back for Houston. Goal number 31 for Clint Regier.
I think the difference between that and the other shots was the composure in front of goal, Glenn. More control when the ball comes and a nice side foot in the corner of the net.
And good awareness to know that he was completely unmarked. And as we see on this replay, it doesn't come any easier than this for Clint Regier.
But look how simple. Ball in and a side foot redirect. No wild swing, no blasting for power, just placing the ball in the net. Nice goal. And I hope these missed chances don't come back to haunt them, because there's still plenty of time in the game, but they've got to put these away.
Well, what was Eric McClellan doing? Outside the arc instead of tucked in a little deeper there. Big space for Regier, it pays off. And a big psychological goal, quite possibly for Houston. 5-2, watch out with Shamu.
But again, Glenn, the Hotshots need the next goal. They can't let Dallas go back and score again.
Eric McClellan now. Former Washington. Rizzi stepping in nice on Shamu. Remington back to Waldorf. Ramon Fernandez. Pedrosa stepping in. 2 goals on the night for Gianpaolo Pedrosa. Left-footed shot doesn't miss by much. McClellan shot blocked by Remington.
That's a great block by Remington.
Waldorf. And that's a great ball from Waldorf to Fernandez. Can he get some support?
There, it's 2 against 2, and I think you need a midfield player from the Hotshots bursting up the field to go and support and get numbers up 3 against 2 if he can, Glenn.
Yeah, it seemed the deep support didn't get there quick enough. And that is so much a part of the indoor game, the transition. Good point. Otto. Marco Rizzi now. Left-footed shot deflected. As 7:46 left in the third quarter. And Marco Rizzi and Houston in trouble, but they pull one back. 5-2 here at Reliant. We're back with more on Time Warner after this.
All tickets are generally the price of just $10 for adults. So there's 15 getting free with a paid adult. And more information, stop the season ticket table or 713-5100. You're the winner of an autographed t-shirt. Please stop by to see.
Okay, go nuts for me, right? Don't grab the camera. Don't grab the camera.
I'll say Glenn Davis, Ken Fogarty, then you go.
Okay.
Ready? 2, 1, go nuts!
Welcome back to Reliant Arena. Young future Hotshots may be on hand here as Glenn Davis, Ken Fogarty here at Reliant Arena.
Look at those faces. And don't forget the Hotshots home playoff game, Tuesday, November 28th at 7:05 p.m. And for tickets, call 713-HOT5100.
Tell you what, outstanding job, Mr. Fogarty.
Oh, stop.
As Trevor Dawkins and the Hotshots looking to try and inch their way back into this one, but a lot of time left. Rizzy shot deflected. Yeah, big playoff action, and you're not going to want to miss that one. One game and you are out. That is the format in the WISL. It will be either Arizona or the St. Louis Steamers.
You know, Glenn, the Hotshots can pull this game back, even though Dallas are a strong team. You've got to keep the composure and discipline, not concede any more goals, and pull it back.
Moreno! And Dotsenko had got in the mix after some good pressing play by the two Houston forwards. So the tempo being up here. Oh, watch out. Curtis is in. What a save from Waldorf! On the blast from Curtis. And Curtis maybe get the blue card as Remington dumped.
That's a great save by Waldorf to keep them in the game, well, to keep them close. But Glenn, prior to Waldorf's save,
this is entertaining stuff.
great breakaway, great shot, volleys it, ball sits up, what a great save, puts his hands up, makes a great save. But just prior to that save, Hotshots have a great chance. Look, here it comes again, good angles, stands up, brave goalkeeping, gets a hand in it, great save. Keeps them alive. But they missed a chance prior to that. We need to put them away.
Yeah, good chance, and you've made the point tonight. The finishing not efficient enough, or you quite possibly have another 3 goals in this one. Moreno coming up holding his head.
But there's still plenty of time left, Glenn, and the game throws up lots of chances. You know, the Hotshots will get theirs again, but they need to capitalise on that.
Get together, Kyle!
Great goalkeeping, huh?
You gotta get together!
Dotsenko to the back post, great ball. And Moreno shot off the mark, but just weighted in feathery by Ihor Dotsenko.
Tough angle too.
Yeah, very.
Maybe pull that ball back across the box from that angle, Glenn. There's another chance now. They've been very good on set pieces, Hotshots. They've been creative, but they've got to finish, put them away.
Dotsenko goes direct, blocked by Curtis.
Well, that was imaginative, wasn't it?
Well, we saw a lot of imagination. Sometimes it's the direct route. It doesn't work that time.
Good play by Woodbury.
Terry Woodbury, a long-time indoor veteran, and has been outstanding tonight. And involved in 2 of the goals. Here's Rizzy. And he's dumped blue card. And Michael Curtis will go. And this is the type of thing that you've got to make pay off for you here.
That's right, they've an advantage now and they've got to exploit this, you know, they've got to move the ball around. I'm not so sure how bad that was actually. I don't think it was a 2-minute offence, but we'll see. Ball across. Yeah.
I'll tell you what, some of the blue cards tonight, suspect.
Questionable, huh?
I mean, let's be honest.
Definitely a foul, but a blue card, not so sure. But again, it presents another good opportunity to the Hotshots clan.
Dotsenko, Regier, Beto, Otto Leon, and Mike Remington. Remington, back to Ihor. And Woodbury applying some good pressure, and he'll tuck in again now. Here's Otto Leon. Boy, got deflected, and Trevor Davis had to react to the deflection.
Good readjustment. I think the Hotshots need to be patient on this power play. You know, they should move the ball around, create chances, and the chances will come. Because something will open up defensively for them.
Here comes Remington. Ihor Dotsenko, originally from Kiev in the Ukraine. Otto Leon, time and space. What a shot there! And Trevor Davis is better.
The keeper came up big again, Glenn.
I have been impressed with Trevor Davis today. Talk about having a good backup. Remington. Nice touch from Regier. Oh, good stuff here from Houston. Otto in the mix, Regier. And Beto tries to nudge it over the line.
Oh, Glenn, why doesn't Regier take that shot right in front of the goal? That would have been like the goal he scored just previously. What a great opportunity. Should have put that one away.
One pass too many from a 31 goal scorer, Clint Regier.
Yeah, again, another golden opportunity for the Hotshots, and that's going to come back to haunt them.
Yeah, we may be saying at the end of this one, a night of wasted opportunities.
Yeah, terrific chance. It was great ball movement, good possession, played it through them well. Got to get that shot on the target.
You know, even if you make a good run here and you take the rest of this night to Dallas, even if you don't get the result, that can be something to build off in the playoffs. Let's take a look back at some good ball movement here, but maybe a lack of responsibility to finish.
And that's where he should have took the shot. And then the ball he gave to his teammate was a poor ball anyway, up here this high. Should have hit that first time maybe, huh?
But you know, they had Dallas sucked over to that side of the penalty area, and his pass continued to play in front of their defenders.
Yeah, that was the least dangerous option he actually played, you know? Maybe a shot back to the far corner, or just put a ball back to the far post.
So Regier, who does have a goal to bring Houston within 3, may be passing up a quality one there. But let's talk about this guy out of Trinity University, Division III. And you'd have to say he is a good bet to be the Rookie of the Year.
Well, it's easy to be critical of that one particular opportunity, but you have to give the player credit for the season he's having. I mean, what a magnificent achievement as a rookie, 30 goals in the season. A fabulous job, you know. And it only augurs well for the future.
Yeah, actually, tonight's gives him 31 out of Oklahoma City, and you see the big frame, but Dawkins has been working on him to make him a little less predictable. Certainly we know he can hold it up around the box, but he's scored some goals from longer range now as opposed to just inside the arc.
Sure. And you know, and he's still a rookie basically, he's still a young player, Glenn. I mean, when you work on his finishing and his positioning and his instinct around the goals, you're going to get a better product still. I mean, it's scary what you think he might do in the future if he gets 31 goals this season now, when you polish him and you work with him and he works on his finishing again some more.
Yeah, guys like you and me, you think we've topped out.
Yeah.
He's got room to improve, and in a very big way. Let's take a look back at Otto.
Yeah, this was a decent save by the keeper. Readjustment. Yeah. I was lucky it was in his comfort zone. Yeah, but a good adjustment by the keeper still.
It came off the head of Terry Woodbury. So here comes Mike Remington now. Beto down low. Eric Dade with a powerful tackle there.
When the Hotshots show more poise like that and control, they look far more dangerous, Glenn, when they keep the ball.
And that side of their game has improved dramatically from the first half of the season. But the issue still is really one dominating midfielder. And they thought they had it in Dick McCormick, who has been signed but remains injured. Out of the A-League Seattle Sounders. Great indoor player in his own right.
Controls the game.
Remington, right-footed shot, deflected. Donsenko.
Sidekicks return up the straight.
And we'll probably have to use Remington now on the left side, as Dallas has killed off the penalty.
Let's go. Coming around!
Mike Remington. Boy, last weekend Dallas had 11,000 plus at Reunion Arena for their battle against La Raza. Good crowd.
Great atmosphere.
Beto, one touch. Dedek.
Two on you!
Remington now. X stepping up, and he's going to try and join in with McClellan on the right side now. Houston in trouble here. Dedek. Left-footed shot. McClellan tries to get in there. McClellan's ball behind Ted Ecker. He was in.
Yeah, nice break by Dallas.
Ball Couch now. And Kylie Couch will get called for the foul.
Second foul.
Kyle Owen. Well, what about the timing of the bye for Dallas to let some of the older veterans get a little bit more rest before heading into the playoffs?
Yeah, good coaching, good playing.
My own shot ripped there, but Davis had tucked in nicely at the near post to deny that. Couch to Beasley. Watch out, right off the bench is Patrick Chamoun. from Beasley there. Moreno. Gotta go home to Waldorf. Moreno. Rizzi. Matthew Stewart. Opportunity! And it falls right into the hands of Trevor Davis. As a player down.
Yeah, a lot of pain.
And this doesn't look good here. And the first thing you're thinking is knee injury, broken leg. And you hate to see that.
Oh, that's a shame. Yeah, that's a shame.
Well, we'll go to break now as I believe Kyle Owen remains down. The Hotshots down 5-2 here in the third quarter. Don't go away. We're coming back with more on Time Warner. Welcome back into Reliant Arena. Glenn Davis and Ken Fogarty. And after a hot shot flurry, unfortunately, Kyle Owen.
Yeah, there's a common scramble here.
Take a look here. And that doesn't look too good for Kyle Owen. You hate to see that.
That's a bad injury.
And immediately grabbing his left leg.
Yeah, well, that doesn't look too good. That's unfortunate. Well, you hate to see that with any athlete.
Yeah, and our thoughts obviously with Kyle Owen there as he remains prone. And I imagine they're going to have to bring a stretcher out. And a number of concerned players looking on. Eric Dade, Trevor Dawkins, Juan Sestoki there at the bottom of your screen. And I'm wondering, Ken, if it was caught his foot on the turf and then maybe got a little bit of contact.
Yeah, without doubt. He planted his foot and he was twisting too. I don't think there was any too much contact from a hot shot player. I just think it was the angle he twisted. Yeah, he plants his left foot, then there's a twist. Oh, well, there may have been some contact by Rich. Is it Rizzi there? Yeah. Rizzi's coming from behind him, but I think that's purely unintentional. And you can see that doesn't look... yeah, that doesn't look too good.
Yeah, it's a shame. And you don't like to see that to any player. Kyle Owen playing his college soccer at North Texas. As Marco Rizzi in the mix as well.
And that's upsetting for all players.
Oh, a stretcher brought out here as we have a delay.
Well, he was right there when the incident occurred. But an injury like that tends to overshadow the game now, so we'll have to see what happens here now, Glenn.
Sort of a very concerned hush and lull coming over Reliant Arena, and you love to see that from the fans here, as we've seen some ugly displays in the NFL and the NBA, guys going down and people cheering injuries. Houston showing a lot of class here at Reliant tonight.
Yeah, it's respectful. It's respectful for the player in the game too.
Well, as you said, interesting to see how teams come back after the long stoppage.
Yeah, who will this affect the most? At Dallas or will it affect Houston? Will they push now?
So Woodbury going back to Davis. Beasley heading that one. Tatsenko tries to turn, but blanketed there by Woodbury, and Moreno will come out with it. Stokey pressuring him. Diley Couch now. Got to play away from that pressure quicker. Heck, Sastoki. And good work from Moreno to battle there. They win it back. Houston now. Beto. And Tedek, who probably is known first and foremost for just an incredible work ethic.
Fabulous work rate all over the field.
I mean, you remember him from MLS action with Dallas. And maybe not the most skilled player, adequate, but boy, what a worker.
He brings good qualities to the game, Glenn. I mean, he's a player you'd have in your squad any day of the week.
Yeah, genuinely nice guy, too, as well. You love seeing guys like that gain success. Tatsenko now. Less than a minute left in the third quarter. Heck on the turn, Waldorf stands him up outside the arc. Here's Beto now. Can Houston get one more opportunity? Moreno, he's got Tatsenko. And Sastoke just stepping in to cut that one out. Beto chesting it to himself, but Flanagan there. And plays away from pressure nicely to McClellan. Shamu. Kylie Couch. Beasley. And that'll do it. Third quarter comes to an end. And not a good one for Houston. Trevor Dawkins and the Hotshots down 3, 5-2. We're back here on Time Warner after this. Welcome back into Reliant Arena. Don't forget the next home playoff game, November 28th, 7:05 p.m. For tickets, 713-HOT-50-100. As we come back to action here. And it will be either the St. Louis Steamers in town or the Arizona Thunder. And right now, the Thunder in a big losing streak here. That might be the team to get in the one-game playoff format of the World Indoor Soccer League. Stuart Otto can't control it. Now it's Pedroso. And Pedroso has 2 on the night. Alvarado. And that one up into the crowd, and Houston will get the restart. As Houston 12 shots to 10 for Dallas in the third quarter, but the efficiency of the finishing the difference.
I think so. I think they've looked a bit more solid in front of goal, a bit more composed, I think, in front of goal, and that's been the difference.
This crowd on hand tonight of just short of 4,000 here at Reliant Arena. Ramon Fernandez on now. In the mix on, an opportunity for Remington after Fernandez squares it back. And again, the finishing, letting the Hotshots down.
I think that's been the story of the night for the Hotshots. Look at this, here's a great chance. Right in front of the goal, leans back off balance and blasts it over the bar. But I think that's been the difference. You know, a tattoo there, or a Shamu maybe that's the goal. That's unfortunate for the Hotshots.
Here is Otto. Just beyond, waited a little too far for Matthew Stewart, or he may have been put through. Rizzi stepping in there. Dade blasts that one off the glass. Eric Dade. And one timed out by Stewart, and that one was hugging the boards and glass there as trying to pick out Otto. Here's McClellan now to Eric Dade. And Otto winning that one. Ted Eck now. Hernandez pressing Dade, and Beasley now joining the mix. But you know, Ken, we have seen what the influence of veterans like Dade and Eck have made tonight. Here is Moreno now. Moreno winning Dade, and then Woodbury helping out. Matthew Stewart. McClellan picks up the air ball now. And that one just off the mark. Moreno in the mix again. Ihor Datsenko now. Houston pressing. Nobody in the box. That one over the top. Marco Rizzi now. Might have to go back to Waldorf. Turns it out wide against Woodbury. Moreno. Good idea, but Dade had just sort of got into the passing lane there. Woodbury trying to get out now with Rizzi pressing, Moreno pressing. Houston trying to get another one back here.
Well, they're chasing the game now, but they've got to chase the game. They've got to put the Dallas team under pressure.
Yeah, so one of two things can happen. Houston may get some more opportunities, but watch out for Dallas on the break.
That's right, countering going the other way.
And the veteran-laden Dallas squad knows how to ice down a victory. But you know, take away the result. A last quarter important going into the playoffs where you come out with something positive. Beto trying to get turned. Fabio there. As an attack became promising, they're going to call back the free kick. I think he should have let it go here because Remington was getting in on the right.
Yeah, they had a man overlapping on the right, scoring opportunity. But they need to make these chances count, Glenn.
Otto, oh, nice free kick. Get the shot off Ramon, and he does.
Yeah, a bit late. Reluctantly, he wasn't going to shoot till you called, I think, Glenn.
You and me up here looking at each other. We're about ready to yell at Ramon to get the shot off.
Yeah, and he didn't want to shoot, did he? Not initially.
Just a little hesitancy, maybe the difference tonight. In recognizing and getting shots off by Houston. Sastoke back to Davis. Beto. Good work by Houston right now. Otto Leon. Fabio trying to close him down. Beto switches it nicely to Ramon Fernandez. Deflected out by Sastoke, who has a hat trick on the night. Otto. Oh, I wanted to leave it for Remington and didn't get a good touch on it. Patrick Chameau, watch out. And here he is again in the danger area. Patrick Chameau with Flanagan. Flanagan, what a save from Waldorf to get back across and deny Brad Flanagan.
That's a marvelous save again. Keeps hope alive.
Chameau had set the table. Three-line pass there, but Terry Waldorf keeping the faint glimmer of hope alive in this one. Let's go back, this exhibiting the quality of his goalkeeping.
A good counter by Dallas, square ball, and he gets across and gets a hand in it. But that's the dangerous game that Houston have to play now. If they press, then it's susceptible to the counter-attack, and Dallas can punish him that way. Well, that's a great save by Waldorf.
Yeah, good point. Houston playing on the edge now. Waldorf blast, and that one was hit with tremendous power. That one, I think Waldorf might even have gotten a fingertip on that to edge it off the glass. Good chance here for Beto and a whistle.
No, that's a violation because he couldn't touch it. Oh, he didn't push there. That's a foul.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, the reason being then that Waldorf touched it again after he played the free kick. Somebody else had to touch the ball, and that's why Woodbury was penalised, because he took the free kick and no one touched it after that.
Beto now down low. That unfortunate as Beto was in. Couch to Moreno. Moreno gets turned.
That's it, Patrick. Stay in, stay in.
Again, battling back is Patrick Shemmer. Whitewood hits the post. Heavy metal from Kylie Couch.
Great strike. Unlucky that effort. If it was on target.
Boy, that could have been an uplifting goal for Houston as they still battle away. Not only a goal, but one with authority. Couch again, the touch too long. He gets in behind, that Eck is all over him. Gotta be a blue card, and there it is. Houston will get a power play with 8:52 left. Ted Eck, not happy about it.
But what competitive spirit there by Couch. Terrific, pressing the ball, getting forward, well done. He's around him, and Eck's left hand pulling him back on his shorts there. I don't think he can complain about that.
No, absolutely not. Couch was in. He gets robbed of a one-on-one with Trevor Davis. And talk about pounding one and hitting one with power. Take a look at this, Ken.
The ball laid back nice, great strike, hits it first time, hits the post. That's just unlucky. But no reluctance to shoot there, Glenn. Aggressive, strong. Here's what I'm going to do with this ball.
Well, maybe a defender showing people how it needs to be done. Quick free kick. Beto tried to sneak it in at the near post as Hotshots now on the power play. Empty net! Oh! And Remington tries to blast it instead of just side-footing it into the empty net.
Oh, and I think probably the worst miss of the night, and I'm sure he knows that. He's only going to side-foot this ball in, Glenn. Look, off the boards by Beto, right across the goal. Far post, side-foot. But he's trying to blast it, Glenn. He's only going to redirect that ball just side-footing the net. A little more composure. Clinical finishing is a difference in this game.
Mike Remington using the wrong surface. And they don't get any easier than that. And that's a shame. That would have been a huge goal and set Houston maybe on course to getting back into this one in a bigger way. Here's Remington down. 8:24 left, a minute 30 in the penalty to Ted Eck of Dallas. Otto. All right, here's wide open, and again! The sharpness letting them down. Otto in the mix, still Otto. Dotsenko. And McClellan to the rescue. The chances coming for Houston.
Again, a reluctance to shoot in front of goal, though, Glenn. That's hurting the Hotshot team.
Remington block. Watch out, McClellan, who has a bit of pace. And so does Remington. Great job to get back behind the ball. Dade now. And he on a blue card on Eric Dade. So Mike Remington will get a blue card. Let's take a look back at Regier.
Now he should have hit it now, but no, he pulls the ball back away. You can understand what he was trying to do, but maybe a toe pug over the goalkeeper, Glenn. You know, it's an opportunity I think that's wasted.
You know, Ken, I think his first touch, not putting him in a favorable place to get a shot off.
And that's exactly right. We talked about this again, this adjustment to the indoor game. He's shown it several times. As many goals as he scored this year, you're right, his first touch could be a little bit better.
I mean, you have got to be precise because there just isn't time and space in this game. And just the little differences in your touch, your control, the refinement of your control is the difference. And Mike Remington now going off. Got there, Waldorf with the big save, and Beto side-footing it out. As we are even now, and Houston, in a matter of about 40 seconds, will have to kill off
about a minute 8 of the penalty. Otto Leon wins it back. Shot there and a save from a tough angle, Otto. Patrick Chamoux, watch out here with the Jets. Couch measuring him step for step. And I'll tell you what, right there, that is the significance of the development of Patrick Chamoux going back there and keeping possession.
Good pace, gets to the ball first, and then makes a good decision when he holds it, then he finds a teammate. Good possession.
His decision making. Otto now! And again, big save there from Davis.
I want to see this stat sheet in the game for shots on goal, Glenn, because the Hotshots have been creating so many chances and obviously failing to capitalize on them.
Oh, good give and go. Stewart, what a save from Davis again! Incredible goalkeeping here in the last minute.
Great build-up, great 1-2, a great save by the keeper. Again, another great chance created.
Trevor Davis, outstanding. Watch out now, Tedek. Pedroso, and again there. The wiseness of just to calm it down and knock it back to Tattoo coming from the experienced Sidekicks.
Yeah, good play, good composure, good experience. Keep the ball, kill the clock.
Pedroso battling. Eck tries to get the toe poke off, gets hammered by Couch. Tattoo. And now the Hotshots penalty killing now with Otto, Stewart, Beto, and Couch. Tattoo has put himself back into the power play.
We've got to kill this power play.
Dave, side footer Waldorf with a big save. On Remington, out of the box is in. Empty net, Otto Leon. And it couldn't have been timed more perfectly with Remington coming out of the box. Otto Leon in Houston. Still chasing the game at 5-2. 5:53 left in the fourth quarter. We're back on Time Warner. Welcome back to Reliant Arena. Glenn Davis and Ken Fogarty. Dallas, the 5-2 lead over the Hotshots. One of the exciting things, though, in the indoor game is coming off and out of the penalty box.
Well, look at this. Now, they've killed it. They've broken away. He comes out, and I think Remington, with all respect, is the wrong player to be taking this shot. He's come out well, but he's not a clinical finisher. He's missed the target, and then the follow-up misses the target, too.
And you know, his touch, if you watch here.
He takes it away from the goal, Glenn. He doesn't actually set it up well.
Wrong angle, and then also they're shorter touches, and it enables the defender to get back in. I think the first one should have been longer. Tattoo might not have caught him.
No, he's actually going wide, actually, and it makes a difference, that foot or two, the first touch again. That's a shame.
But got everybody on their feet here as he came out of the penalty box and was put through by Beto. 5:13 left, and Trevor Dawkins has to be thinking about sixth attacker.
Well, he's got to chase it now. He's been chasing it this quarter, and they've been unlucky, but he's going to have to play that sixth attacker, as you say. He has no choice now.
Moreno. Pedroso now. McClellan trying to turn this corner on Stewart. Fabio to Woodbury. Flanagan now. And a foul on Marco Rizzi. Not sure about that on Juan Sastoque. And Sastoke has gotten a very silent hat trick tonight for the Dallas Sidekicks.
That's a terrific performance, huh? 3 goals.
4:23 left. Woodbury on the free kick. And the Sidekicks got to feel good about this. Missing a lot of key players tonight. Left-footed shot. Hit a ton by Flanagan, but off the mark. And Davis off his line. And a timeout called by Trevor Dawkins, and I would imagine he is set to go with the 6th attacker. That would probably be Alejandro Moreno.
Well, now it's a gamble.
Yeah, with 4:03 left, the 6th attacker, Ken.
Well, Glenn, anything can happen here. It's you can pull goals back quickly, or you can be countered very quickly too. You know, you've got to gamble. It's an educated gamble. You have an extra player, an outfield player. It's a tall order. I thought the goalkeeper tonight was magnificent. Waldorf. Well, I thought we had great goalkeeping at both ends.
We'll go to break as Alejandro Moreno getting set to become the 6th attacker. 5-2 Dallas. We're back on Time Warner after this. Welcome back to Reliant Arena. Trevor Davis right there. His first game in goal for Dallas, and I'll tell you what, Ken, outstanding in the 3rd quarter.
Didn't look like his first game, did he? Made some superb saves.
And has really shown a level of composure which seems second to none. And it's all been Sagu in goal this year for Dallas, and at times Doyle. Watch out here, Shamu. Moreno has to play goal. He hammers Shamu. A blue card will be called and a penalty. So horror of all horrors.
Yeah, well, they never actually got the extra man play going, did they? It's like a power play with 6 men, but he never really got going. And Dallas pressured, won the ball back, and it's clearly a penalty. It's a good decision by the referee. It's unfortunate for the Hotshots.
So Waldorf comes back on, and that idea is killed after Trevor Dawkins calling a timeout to get Moreno on as the 6th attacker. And it looks like
the shootout.
We will do a shootout from the red line. Terry Woodbury will be the man to take it, who has had an outstanding match tonight. Woodbury against Waldorf here.
I'm going with Waldorf.
Waldorf with the save. Didn't give Woodbury much to shoot at there.
Good job.
So big play. But with 3:38, Houston has a minute 51, and they're going to have to gamble quite a bit here.
Yeah, Glenn, the backs are to the wall here, and I think it's clearly a case of missed chances coming back to bite them. It's so unfortunate.
Woodbury denied by Waldorf in the one-on-one situation. And check it out, Tattoo putting himself on at the right moments here. Try and maybe ice this down.
Yeah, Dallas will keep the ball, keep possession, run the clock down.
You know, Ken, I've never seen Tattoo stand at the halfway line so much in my life.
look, he moved out to the center circle.
Yeah, it's amazing.
He's still a good player.
Dade whips it in the box, Shamu in there, cleared. But here's where Otto can maybe take Tattoo. And he gets hammered. got to be a blue card as Leon remains down. And that is not a good sight for playoff future as Waldorf, the length of the floor.
More like an NFL hit.
Oof. That looked like a Ronnie Lott shot. Jeez.
I think this game just about had everything tonight, huh? There we go.
Yeah, absolutely. You called it. This match has had strange fouls, strange calls, great goals, missed opportunities.
Great goalkeeping.
Stoppage in play for over 10 minutes.
Yeah, outruns Tattoo here. Good touch. That's way late. Yeah, deserved penalty.
Here's Beto in the one-on-one. Yes, and Beto with a little bit of samba pulls Houston within 2.
Well, it's all or nothing now, Glenn. Huh? Here we are, 5-3, 3 minutes 10 left on the clock. Let's see what the Hotshots can pull out the bag.
Roberto Dos Santos, otherwise known as Beto, picks up his second of the night.
But Glenn, I'm thinking once this game restarts, they've got to go pressure as quick as they can. Obviously, they cannot mess around with the ball back here. Win the ball back quickly, push men forward, get shots on goal.
Trevor Davis beaten on that one. Dos Santos getting goal number 6 on the year to go along with 8 assists. And with 3:10 left, you just thought that maybe it was over for Houston. This one's not over yet. Tattoo.
Stretched.
And the pressure has got to come high from Houston now. Woodbury.
They need this ball back, Glenn.
You got to hunt the ball here. Houston still playing a man down. That will be a shorthanded goal credited to Beto. Woodbury. Tattoo. Shouldered off it by Beasley. And looked like a fair shoulder challenge there.
You see, Glenn, that's a foul, obviously, and it's against the Hotshots. But if you look at a replay, you'll see Tattoo steps his body. It's good play by Tattoo. He moves into the defender. He really sees the defender coming. He senses him. He steps in front, look. He steps across him. See there? Defender hits him in the back. It's a foul. It's good play by Tattoo, but not so sure about the foul.
But that is the savvy and experience. And
absolutely.
He's sort of initiating the contact on that one.
Yeah, but it's smart play by him.
Yeah, he's a wise man when it comes to this game inside the indoor arena. Shamu. Yeah, I wonder about Tattoo. Would he have become as big a star in the outdoor game?
No, I think his talents are more suited to the game, in my opinion, Glenn. I mean, I could be wrong, but he's definitely suited to the indoor game.
Over 1,000 goals from Tattoo.
He played outdoor. He played for Tampa outdoor. Played against him. Far more effective indoors. Low sense of gravity. Turned well. Got shots off in the box. Terrific indoor play. A great player indoors.
So powerful, his lower body and explosive. Of course, was found as an 18-year-old by then Tampa Bay Rowdies coach Gordon Jago. And the rest is history, and he is now the commissioner, Gordon Jago, of the WISL. He is on hand here tonight in Reliant Arena.
Good friend of mine, Gordon.
Yeah, I know you have a few stories back in your old striker days against the Rowdies. Otto is stripped. Pass deflected. Let's see if Tattoo can get it. See, again, he uses his body. And this time doesn't get the call.
Yeah, waved off.
He knew Leon would catch him, and he just stepped into his path. Tattoo remains out here trying to help win this one. Eric Dade, left-footed shot off the mark. Dade still pressing. A minute 20 left in this one. Dallas 5, Houston 3. Marco Rizzi in the tackle. Flanagan wins it. Tattoo now to Woodbury. Shamu. Patrick Shamu has been outstanding as well tonight for Dallas.
Mike Fabio with it,
Less than a minute left now. Houston getting Moreno on. 6-attacker situation, and unfortunately, less than a minute of 6-attacker time. Leon. Remington, you got to get shots off. Beto in the mix. Datsenko scores. 5-4.
Terrific, what a game, what a great game. This game had everything I want. And still time on the clock to do something. Good ball across the box by Beto again. Dangerous, across the air to the far post, bundled in.
Oh, Eric Dade had a great opportunity to clear it, and somehow it got behind him. 32.4 seconds, Houston down a goal. And in the indoor game, that's a lot of time.
They've got to press now. Got to press.
And I'll tell you what, Trevor Davis almost doesn't get the timeout call.
Unbelievable. It was touch and go, wasn't it?
Good for Kylie Couch, almost getting there. .2 seconds left. Datsenko has brought Houston within 2. Now within 1. What am I saying here? I'm so riled up here I can't even keep score. 5-4 Dallas. As timeout called by Tattoo. Now I'm going to put you in the coach's seat here. What's Tattoo telling Dallas, and what's Trevor telling Houston?
Well, I think Tattoo's telling these players, obviously, we'll get the ball if we can at the far end of the field and hold it and kill the clock. You know, he might send one player from the corner, he may have a design play to do that, where a player makes a run up to the corner and he holds it there and he try and find him. From Trevor's perspective, he's got to go and pressure and win the ball back, get the ball up the field as quick as he can and try and crash that goal, get shots on goal. There's less than 30 seconds on the clock. You know, so they've got to win it back as quick as they can and get it up the field and take shots.
If you've loved this action, you don't want to miss the Hotshots in the playoffs at home here on November 28th at 7:05 p.m. For tickets, call 713-HOT-50-100. Great game here tonight. If you've watched it on TV, get out here on Tuesday and support Houston in a one-game playoff match. It'll be against either Arizona, the Thunder, or the St. Louis Steamers. Trevor Davis, his first game in the WISL, has had a good match here for the Dallas Sidekicks. And they will try to kill this off. 28.2 left. And he throws it into the bench. And Tattoo is going ballistic.
Yeah, that's poor.
Look at him, he's pounding the glass. Tattoo is ballistic.
But within 2 seconds they give possession back to the Hotshots. That's such poor play by the Sidekicks.
And after an outstanding matching goal.
You need just to kill the clock now.
But I needed to throw it low and hard and hit the boards and just let it run down into the Hotshots zone.
Yeah, but when Tattoo came deep, I didn't see any other player going into the space behind him, making a run. So that was, I think, a poorly executed play.
Maybe put a moment of indecision in his mind. Moreno, chance to tie this up. 20 seconds left. Hotshots down a goal. Gotta get it forward.
Doesn't have to be pretty now. You need to get it up there.
Oh, and a bad ball there. Watch out, Shamu. You gotta close him down. They get it back. Remington knocking it forward. Less than 5 seconds. And that'll do it. And Houston got stuck at the halfway line, just playing it back and forth. They didn't get it forward quick enough.
No, they needed to throw bodies up there in the area, crash the box. But what a great game of indoor soccer, Glenn, huh?
Trevor Davis, his first game in goal for Dallas. He gets the win. Houston made it exciting, the final 5-4. As the Sidekicks, powered by a Juan Sastoque hat trick. And player coach Tattoo in the final regular season game for both these teams. Dallas will complete the sweep this year, 4-0 against Houston, but maybe a say, can, in the last quarter, Houston regain some confidence for their playoff match?
Well, Glenn, I think Dallas is a quality team. They've got good experienced players and they can come back and they can score goals and they can defend well and they've got good goalkeeping. However, having said that, I thought the Hotshots had numerous chances to put them away and they were unfortunate. If you don't put those chances away, then that's it, you're going to lose these games. I think as good as Dallas are and as well as they played this evening, I think the Hotshots left them at the hook in terms of the chances. They've missed opportunities to put the game away and they've lost the game because of that, Glenn.
Well, there you have it. Terry Waldorf and the Hotshots, a late run, the final 5.